some thoughts on Hekate or Hekate within the Luciferian tradition. Goes all the way back to my earliest initiatory ceremonies, rituals, workings, and studies. Hekate is, in her triform, so many different aspects of nature and cycles in nature, and also energies and powers that can be seized or called down or called up and utilized by a female or male witch. It doesn't matter. Some approach Hekate in more of a witchcraft or modern neo-pagan way of the more beneficial aspects or creative generative aspects of Hekate. In the ancient Near East, specifically Asia Minor during the Hellenistic period and slightly before, Hekate has her origins around Caria, ancient Caria, which was home to a lot of very warlike Greek tribal community that later expanded also in the Thracian areas with Bendis. But Hekate, as a Luciferian deific master goddess, is just as significant as the archetype or deific mask of Lucifer, or the adversary. And she's ideal because one of her epithets is, when she's carrying the two torches, is Hekate Phosphorus, which is brings her association with Venus, the morning and evening star, Lucifer. But Hekate is a goddess relating to primal nature, wilderness instincts, some aspects of the moon and the cycles of the moon, and the types of darker shadow sorcery or magic, to healing and regenerative type of magic. Hekate is also a major force and power of the forbidden knowledge, so-called forbidden knowledge of ancient witchcraft, Greco-Roman witchcraft, sorcery, necromancy. She holds sway over the underworld, the Hades, and also the practice, the casting of spells, of invocations. She controls vampiric, demonic spirits, and like the Empusa or Gelo or Lamia, different shadow forms like that. So in many ways, Hekate is an ideal Greco-Roman goddess, and I like to explore these type of often overlooked deities or pantheons that can be utilized in first a symbolic way and then with a real initiatory purpose. So when I approach Hekate, it's not from a gender aspect. It's those aspects are within man and woman nature itself. It's to honor that image of the deific mask and those energies and the different forms that it takes and how that can move through you and for you. Hekate, I've had some of my most, what I'd call dangerous ceremonies and most exhilarating. Many of them were related to early Coven Malefica, early Luciferian witchcraft, coven workings that we participated in back in the early 2000s, but years on forward. So you can look at different Greco-Roman images of Hekate or Hekate in modern statues, and you can see the Luciferian aspects in the creative, sustaining, and darkening or death-like visages. So that's all I was really going to say about Hekate. I am going almost forthcoming with a new grimoire, which probably won't be published for at least 2 years. It is completely focused on the cult of Hekate, Greco-Roman necromancy, witchcraft, and demonology. Not for the beginner, but for the Luciferian witch who, or pagan who seeks the darker aspects to find the balance in the creative, sustaining, and darker aspects. This will be ideal. It's entirely, like all of my works, authentic, based on my research, the translations I found, applications, results, etc. So this will be an interesting one to see once it gets published.